But let's move on from one corporate voice to another. And we've got the Managing Director and CEO of Ujjivan Small Finance, Ittira Davis, now joining us. Thank you so much for taking time out. Let's begin by talking a little bit more about the quarterly numbers. It's been strong for the growth that we've witnessed in the affordable housing segment. Give us a sense as to what really led to these kind of numbers and how it's really increased the contribution to your overall loan book.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on ET Now. The affordable housing, was a business that we wanted to improve to balance our secured, unsecured portfolio. So last year in 22-23, we focused on regrouping, redoing this particular business, and we set up a lot of, especially asset centers in 16 locations, where we have the hub and spoke model. That has contributed significantly to improving turnaround times in response to the customer, and all of those things have contributed to a significant increase in the volumes of disbursements. And that's really what has happened. And we're now taking that model to other locations as well, where we have multiple branches. So I think during this year, the momentum during 24-25, the momentum will continue, but perhaps from a higher level because the base has now grown quite significantly. We have added about 2,300 crores in the OSP during 22-23 in housing.
Okay, fair enough. And what about the outlook then when it comes to the deposit side? If I'm not mistaken, you were targeting a growth of about 30%. Is looking achievable? Have there been some challenges in deposit growth this quarter?
Yeah, the deposit growth has been good, but yes, we were looking at a CASA ratio of about 30%. That has not been achieved for several reasons. The market has been very tight, and all other aspects also play in terms of competition. So given that situation, this target is now a target for the 24-25. But having said that, the CD ratio was very good, and I think overall we are around 85% on the CD ratio. That is in level with what we were in the previous year. So all in all, I think the numbers have come out reasonably well, and we can look to better numbers during 24-25.
Okay. Last quarter, as we understand, Mr. Davis, you were also focusing on reducing exposure of your bulk deposits. Does trend continue in this quarter as well and even going forward?
Yes, the core of any bank is to develop and build the retail deposits. That is also our intention. So what we are looking at is in quantum, in amount, maybe the bulk deposits will remain around these levels. But as the overall book grows, the percentage of the bulk deposits will come down. I think that is really what we are trying to achieve. And that will be replaced by increasing our retail deposits.
In the quarter gone by, has there been any sort of untoward incident which has impacted your overall asset quality? Because there were some issues with both Tamil Nadu because of the floods as well as Punjab, right?
Yeah, I mean, there has been a slight deterioration in the quality, but that having said that, the numbers indicate that we have held the GNPA numbers where it was last year, or improved on that actually. The PAR numbers are also looking good. So while there is some stress in these markets, we haven't yet seen that coming into our books. Because what has happened is that we have got a very good system we put in place post-COVID, where the response from the field is very quick and action is taken very quickly on the ground. So we have taken some steps which we hope will contain any of these problems. But we are spread across the country. We are in 26 states, and in no state does our exposure exceed 15% of the book. So we will be able to contain and manage this situation as is required in such events.
Mr. Davis, what's the latest update with respect to the reverse merger? And please correct me if I'm wrong, but the last update we had was that Jan 30th was going to be one of the hearings. What happened after that?
There was a hearing on February 29th, and it was possibly announced in the NCLT. But, that was a verbal order given by the NCLT. We are waiting for the final written document or the printed document which comes, the hard copy, which will tell us exactly what are the boxes that we need to tick. Now, for whatever reason, that has not yet reached us. So we are waiting, and we hope that will come during April, during this month, and then we can take it forward. Once we receive that, I think we can, close things within 45 to 60 days.
In this quarter itself, most likely you'll be able to, get through with that entire reverse merger process as well. But separately, what about the succession plan? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I do understand that your term is getting over in December of this year. Are you looking for an extension, or is the CEO search already on?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, no extension is possible because I'll be reaching that magic number when CEOs of banks have to step down. Having said that, the search is on, and we already have got approval for an executive director, which is effective from 1st of May. The executive director is an internal candidate, and I think that has been approved. So that's a very good move and a good recognition of continuity in the organization from within. And now we are waiting for approvals on the managing director, which will come in a short while. And then we have a new team taking over, and rest assured, the handover will be very smooth, and it can't come at a better time in terms of where we are today.
Sure, but is it going to be an internal candidate as well, the new CEO as well, or are you going to club the position of MD and CEO as is the case right now?
Well, we're just waiting for RBI approvals, and as soon as that we have that, we will let you know.
Okay. Today is an important day with respect to the MPC outcome as well, right? In the next 15 minutes or so, we'll be hearing from the governor. What's your expectation, and what are you watching out for?
Yeah, everybody is looking for a reduction in rates, but I think that will only come in the second half of the year. But, whatever the governor says will give us an indication of where that direction is going. And we are hopeful that, with the economy doing well and other things stabilizing, that second half of the year, we'll see some benefits. But today, I think the rates will hold.
And lastly, just to get it right, the target was to hit that 9% magic number for NIMS as well. Have you managed to do that? And what about FY25 now?
Our numbers will be announced next month, so we can confirm that. But I think, whatever guidance we gave continues to be there, valid. And I think, going forward to this year, we'll have to see how interest rates play out. We'll give you another guidance for 24-25 when we announce the 23-24 results. So all of that sometime next month.
Okay, on that note, sir, we let you go. Appreciate you making time and speaking with us. So that's the latest coming in from the management of Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. They're expecting the RBI notice on the reverse merger, or rather the NCLT and other approvals in the month of April itself. And then within the next 25 to 60 days of that, the process will be over. So most likely in this quarter itself. But
if you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.